Welcome back to another episode of Explorers of Darkness. Last time, we did some extra side missions again, because why the fuck not? And this time, we are actually going to go to Surrounded Sea, but I'm not feeling very confident, so we're going to do something a little different this time. We are actually going to let Polibo take the lead. I don't think Moth is going to do very well in a dungeon filled with a bunch of water types. To be honest, he's probably going to get his ass kicked a little bit. And of course, fire attacks are not going to be very effective there, so might as well actually use this whole leader swapping mechanic and let Polibo take the lead. And the fact that she has water absorb should hopefully make this a whole lot smoother, considering now a lot of attacks that would just outright kill us before will hopefully now just heal us instead, which is obviously really nice. So let's just everybody our items real quick. Yeah, Bubble, Hypnosis, Water Pulse, Double Slap. These should be good moves. I don't like not having a move like Tackle. Like, no just one tile adjacent range, just high PP attack to use. But these are all good moves anyway, so I think it'll be fine. Also, I went back and I replaced Safeguard on Chico with Body Slam, because Aromatherapy is really, really good, but Safeguard is not as good, unfortunately. So, let's see here. I wish we had more XI seeds, but we ended up going through a whole bunch of them. Anyway, let's just get started here. There's a lot of course, water types here, and they are quite tanky and can hit pretty fucking hard, so I'm kind of scared. Hopefully, I don't remember how long this dungeon is. It's about like 20 floors probably, so pretty typical for this point in the game. I hope we'll be okay with this team configuration. I can't think of any enemies that will be particularly threatening. I guess Quillfish is pretty bad. I'm assuming Octillery is here as well. Yeah, Quillfish and Octillery, and I suppose also Remoraid, can use some really, really nasty ranged attacks. And in the case of Octillery and Quillfish, they also have really high HP and are just tanky and fat as hell, so might get pretty bad if we encounter a handful of those. Let's just get a move on, though. So far, nothing really... Oh, shit. Well, now we're getting attacked by something. Never mind. Yeah, there's a Quillfish. I didn't exactly want to let him wake up, but... Chico's just going through a bunch of energy balls. Oh, man, only 19 damage. It's, not good. At least we got a level out of that, but the enemies here are really high level. They're... I'm assuming around like the late 30s to early to mid 40s. So that will definitely be something to worry about when we're in here. Also, thank God that trap did not activate. I do not feel like getting my stats dropped. The toxic spikes would not be much better if Chico didn't have aromatherapy. I mentioned that I had mentioned that Safeguard was good before. Hey, look, Shelter joined the team. Level 1. That's great, man. Get the hell out of here. Now, I had mentioned before the Safeguard was good, and I mean, having a way to counter statuses is nice, but unlike aromatherapy, it's something that you have to use, like, preemptively. Well, that's not good. It's something you have to use preemptively, and it only lasts for a little bit before the protection wears off, as opposed to aromatherapy. If you get status, you can just use it immediately. This, guy's being a bit of a pain in the ass. Hopefully Double Slap here will do anything. Okay, well, not really. Great accuracy, man. Reminder, by the way, that because... Oh, Jesus Christ, why am I dead off that? My God, that did so much damage. This is already a bad start. Reminder, by the way, that because I'm controlling Polibo right now, I'm playing as a female, which means I have better accuracy and evasion, and I'm still missing a whole lot. Well, I mean, Double Slap is a multi-hit. It doesn't have the best accuracy, but... Either way... I do not like that we're already down to Reviver Seed only 4 floors in. That really fucking sucks. Rooms like this also kind of suck, but with only 3 people on the team, it shouldn't be too bad to navigate rooms like this. I suppose I should address the elephant in the room. Yeah, I neglected to bring Moth at all. I feel like having 4 bodies walking around when one of them is so susceptible to just getting sniped by a water move and dying, like... Nah, let's avoid having that happen. Yeah, I also don't think I've pointed this out before, but as you can see, that Petra Berry we stepped on had an X on it. That means it's sticky, which basically means it's just unusable. And starting in the post-game, any item that spawns on the floor, or at least, you know, items that spawn on the floor in post-game dungeons have a chance to be sticky when they spawn, which is, I mean, kind of annoying. Speaking of kind of annoying, I do not really like that Quillfish is coming over here. It has Pin Missile, which is really, really bad. We do not want to get hit by that. Especially Chico does not want to get hit by that. We would be lucky if she only died once to that. Oh, I just made a mistake. I don't think I've had to address this before, but now's the time. Actually, I'm pretty sure I brought this up, but I'll mention it again anyway. I don't care. If you're stepping in a water tile like this and you try to switch places with a teammate that cannot walk on water, they'll warp. And unlike Explorers of Sky, this warp is actually just completely random. They don't warp adjacent to you, no. They just warp somewhere randomly on the floor, which is extremely bad. Although, fortunately, it was not that big of a deal there, because they didn't have enough time to get lost and wander away. They could just loop around the hallway there and catch back up. I'm gonna have to be a bit cautious here with where I choose to step to avoid having that happen. Jesus Christ, everything does so much damage. I wanted to get through Surrounded Sea first. It's just that I was trying to consider like the balance of how much I should be grinding levels to get through this, and if I should just go here immediately, because I don't want to just delay forever to get to this dungeon, but you know, Polibo is not very strong for this point, and as you can see, we are taking like more than half our health and damage from just any random hit from any enemy, which is bad, and we're also not dealing all that much damage in return, so it's going to be very volatile. I think I've mentioned this before as well, but this is basically just going to be a balance of trying to fight enemies so we can actually get EXP and get strong enough to be able to keep fighting them, and, you know, choosing which enemies would be best to just run away from so we don't just get murdered by them. Do not like getting confused very much. We're only on floor 10 and she's already a lot of energy balls. She spammed them too hard. Shit. Hypnosis will be an absolutely invaluable asset here. We're going to be using that a whole lot, in case you couldn't guess. Oh my god, yeah, look at how much HP these Quillfish have. Well, they took 76 damage and then took 53 damage. That's like, what? Like 130, 140 something damage, and it didn't die? Like, holy. And hey, look, a max elixir just for you, Chico, so you can keep shooting energy balls. And another one, wow. Ooh, piece candy. Ah, yeah, there's Remoraid. Remoraid, I believe, has Bullet Seed, which, absolutely do not want to get hit by that, because we would fucking explode. Because I don't even need to tell you that multi-hits are terrifying and dangerous. Yeah, there's, like, this dungeon is one of many in this game. You can see the spawn list in this dungeon is huge. This is one of many dungeons, which is basically just, like, a generic water filler dungeon, because there are so many water-type Pokemon on the decks. They basically, like, need to cram every single Pokemon in the game somewhere, so you can... Oh, god damn it. Yep, I got careless and ran ahead of them. No, it's okay, we're still good. Anyway, this is one of many just generic water filler dungeons, because there are so many generic water bonds that they need to cram every one of them somewhere in the game so you can actually access them. And so there are a handful of these dungeons, in both Explorers and in Rescue Team. It was worse in Rescue Team, but it's definitely still a thing here in Explorers, where there's a bunch of water-themed dungeons that just have a crap load of water types in them. This one, like, the funny thing about them, as well, is I feel like, you know, the whole point they're there... My god, the whole point of them being there is to just add in all the hundreds of water Pokemon into the game. Not hundreds, but you get my point. And yet, despite that, a lot of these dungeons still have a bunch of duplicate mons. Like, Quillfish and Octillery spawn in, like, way too fucking many dungeons in this game. They're so common. In dungeons when you can recruit them, and in, like, challenge dungeons where you can't. They're fucking everywhere. Speaking of, yep, there's one right there. Oh, that's not good. I really hope Grimo either throws a pin missile or just gets out of the way. Jesus Christ, he's getting his ass kicked. Jesus Christ, I'm getting my ass kicked. You bastard. Oh my god, it's all going so wrong. Here. You can have a Totter Seed. Please let me get lucky with that. Okay, there we go. Yeah, like I said, these Octilleries are real bastards. They can just tear you apart so fast by doing that kind of stuff. It sucks. This is something I also forgot to mention in the past. I'm dead again. Oh boy, we only have 2 reviver seeds left. Something I forgot to mention in the past is that slumber orbs and touter orbs, once really useful for clearing monster houses, in the post-game they very quickly stop being useful because now that enemies actually have IQ, it means a whole lot of them have non-sleeper and non-trader, which really kills the effectiveness of these items. I guess touter, okay, well, I was gonna say I guess touter seed is still fine against single targets, but I guess fucking not, because this thing has Oblivious or Own Tempo or whatever the hell it said. That's bad. Can't sleep it, can't confuse it. Let's try to blind it. Okay, yeah, just let him wander off. Jesus Christ. So at least we're almost to the end of this dungeon, but let's really, hopefully, not fight. Like, let's not go through any more reviver seeds, hopefully, because we're going to want them for the end here. Boy, I'm going to have to start using a lot of orange berries. It's hard to use orange berries, I feel like, because a lot of the enemies in this dungeon, as you can see, are just killing us in, like, 2 hits. Which means that a lot of the time we end up just getting killed before we even get the chance to use the orange berry because we're taking so much damage. At least we are making quick progress through the dungeon. That's nice, at least. Wait, I'm so scared in here. I gotta go back to chucking rocks through halls again. But I think the coast is clear. Eye drop seed, that's good. I don't know if we've gotten any of these before, but in case I have not mentioned it, eye drop seed is nice because it just lets you see traps, which is... oh, that's obviously good. And the nice thing about it is, even though you can see the traps, your allies can't, meaning if they step on the trap because it's not technically been revealed, they won't actually activate it, which is quite convenient, considering that AI in this game for your allies can be very dumb, and they like to just step on revealed traps for no reason. So not having to worry about that is obviously pretty nice. What's less nice is rooms like this. At least we got a reviver seed out of it, but... as you can see, in some of these water dungeons, there are these strange rooms that are, like, divided in half with water. And it's really nice that we're playing as Polibo and can just, you know, just walk through it and get to the other end of the room. I really gotta stop trying with Hypnosis Husk, not working out. But yeah, it's annoying because all of our other teammates, you know, they can't cross water, so they will just get stuck. Also, I almost just killed myself off of that Tentacruel. That's not good. Oh shit, I'm dead again. No, I'm not dead, but... I'm damn close. Another blinker seed. Go. Chigo, please help me beat the crap out of this thing. What are you doing, girl? You gotta help me here. I am going to die. Thank you. Yeah, we have so many orange berries. Let's actually use them before getting killed. That'll help. These dungeon floors, because of how much water there is, these floors are also really weird and complex. It's just a dead end. These floors are very just all over the place because there's water everywhere, segmenting everything off and making it generally just a pain in the ass to traverse. And of course, because this dungeon is filled with water types, it means a whole bunch of enemies are probably just wandering around in the water and could potentially just jump us. I think I'm actually going to give this special band to Chico because she loves to spam... he loves to spam energy ball so much. Son of a bitch. Well, no, nothing bad happened. It's okay. Actually, I just realized I forgot to actually bring any food to this dungeon. Oops. Well, I guess in a weird way, it's convenient that we went through those reviver seeds then. I also don't care about Grimo stepping on the grime trap there because for some reason, mercifully, when allies step on a grime trap, it never actually does anything. So if an ally steps on a grime trap, you don't have to worry about any of your food getting ruined. That's, the sticky trap there, I don't really care. There's like one floor of this place left. Hey look, we made it to the end. Huh, I thought, I was thinking of a... oh, no, here it is. Take a look at that, we got a Wonder Egg. Now, what the hell is that? An egg with bizarre colors that have never been seen before. Let's actually get a better look at this thing. This should surely be familiar to some of you. Let's just pick it up for now and move on. It's one of the very few items in the game, along with like the exclusive items, that actually have their own unique sprites. Pretty funny. Also, I don't know what she was talking about. We did a really good job today, considering Moth, that lazy bastard, wasn't even there for it, but whatever. And hey, look at that. I forgot about this. Yeah, we have a bed for our egg that we found now. Nice. got a strange glow. I mean, it's not really glowing at all. Oh, shit. It's hatching. Oh my god. It's fucking Manaphy. Wow. So he's too young to understand anything you say, and yet he can still already have a slight grasp of the English language. It's a bit impressive. Yeah, wow, this is all happening so suddenly. Oh my god, I've never raised a baby. I've never had to be a mother before. Wait, no. Yeah, this is pretty damn crazy. We have an egg now. Or I should say we have an egg that has just hatched into an infant now. Crazy. Let's go see Chad out. I'd really, really rather not, to be totally honest. See, I get it. We're going to Chad because he's a bird, and birds lay eggs, so he would have knowledge of this. Okay, that actually makes some sense. Holy shit. See, I don't know if being a rare Pokemon is really significant in a world like this where everybody is Pokemon as opposed to mainline, where, you know, you catch Pokemon and trade them and collect them and such. And fucking great, of course, you're bringing the Chat out and he just immediately starts crying. I mean, yeah, I want to fucking cry when I see Chat out too, so I can't honestly blame him. Also, what do you think he eats? Well, probably about the same thing that everybody in this world eats, just a diet of apples and gummies, and occasionally some grime. You know, in a desperate situation, of course. Well, guess it's time to go get some food at Craggy Coast. And yeah, you know, we have like a crying infant waiting for food and shit, but in the meantime, let's take a look at the mission board. Hey, look at that, let's explore wild territory. Where to? Lost Wilderness. It's really convenient, actually, that we got this place, because a few episodes ago I had mentioned, we got like a Brick TM, and I had mentioned that at some point we'll want to get a Munchlax so we can learn Recycle, and I have no idea why I was under the impression that's what you had to do, but I was wrong. Munchlax does in fact get Recycle, but another Pokemon that gets Recycle, way more conveniently, is Mr. Mime, which, one, spawns in multiple dungeons at a high level, one of those being Lost Wilderness, and two, it spawns at a high enough level in at least one of those dungeons that you can just use the move reminder to just give it Recycle, so I have no idea why the hell I was acting like we needed to get a Munchlax at some point. No, if we ever need a Recycle slave, we'll just go find a Mr. Mime. Also, you can see as well from last time, yeah, Labyrinth Cave is now just a dungeon that we can return to regularly, and it is getting missions now. That's great. No good missions, they all fucking suck, but whatever. I also took a mission here for search for Beldum with a client of Spiritomb. That rewards triple question marks. If we're lucky, we could get Spiritomb as a recruit from that, which is significant because Spiritomb is one of the rarest and biggest pains in the asses to recruit in the entire game. Because it only spawns in a single, like, on a few floors of a very late dungeon at a very low spawn rate. So, yeah, it fucking sucks. Anyway, Polibo, you had your fun taking the lead, but you gotta put Moth back in the lead for now. There will be more water dungeons to come, and I will probably try to get some extra levels on Polibo and have her in the lead again, because I'm still not confident that Moth would not just get disintegrated. Although, admittedly, Polibo wasn't doing all that hot either. She got fucked up pretty hard by a few Pokemon, but you know what? We made it through alive, and that's all that really matters. Anyway, I think this can be where we end off the episode. That's right, me just sorting my inventory. And I think I will see you next time when we head on over to Craggy Coast to try to get some gummies. So I will see you then.